Guys, so the purpose of this video today is to talk about the prong collar, which is an essential tool that we use here at Zenergy Dog Training and one that your dog will be going home with when you come for your go home lesson. I want to talk about the design of the prong collar and why we use the prong collar, because this is such an amazing tool. It's going to be a game changer for you and your dog. It's really going to make your walk so much more enjoyable for both you and your dog. Because it's really, when it's used properly, one of the most humane and gentle forms of communication that we can use with our dogs, okay? Contrary to some pretty bad information out there, a lot of people think that prong collars are cruel or inhumane and cause pain to the dog. This is actually completely false. When prong collars are used correctly, they were actually designed to evenly distribute pressure around the dog's neck. And this actually mimics the way that dogs communicate with each other, because dogs actually bite each other on the neck. Mama dog actually bites her puppies on the neck when they are first born, up until they're with her until they actually leave her den. She communicates with them through touch and bite on the neck. And she's doing it in a way that isn't actually hurting the puppy, but she's able to get her message across. And so she can be firm. And the prong collar allows us to basically have teeth at the end of our leash, because we're obviously not going to bite our own dogs on the neck ourselves. So this is really the closest thing that we can get to being another dog and actually communicating with the dog in the way that they understand from their culture. Okay, so Mother Nature only chose the neck, and it's really, really important to know that, because we want you to understand why we use these tools, and we want you to feel really good about using these tools, because this is an awesome tool. Okay, again, when used properly. All tools can be used improperly, but we're going to show you today how to fit the prong properly, because that makes a difference in how it feels to the dog. I'm going to show you how to get the prong on and off, okay, because it can be a little tricky at first, but it's actually really simple once you get the hang of it. So there's two different prong collars we use here at Zenergy. One of them is a quick release, and basically this just has a little release clip, okay, and when you squeeze it between your two fingers, it opens and closes, and then you just attach it to this little chain here. So it makes it really easy to get on and off. There is another prong collar that we use that is the same exact design, but it does not have the quick release. And with this one, you actually just connect the individual links, okay? So that's how you're going to get it on and off. And I'm going to show you up close on the camera in a couple of minutes how to get this one on and off as well, because you'll be going home with one or the other. It really just depends. Sometimes we use the quick release when clients maybe have some arthritis in their hands, or we think it's just going to be a better option for them. Okay, so now we're going to start with the quick release. First thing you want to do is take the clip. I'm right-handed, so I like to put the clip between my pointer finger and my thumb. I'm going to squeeze, and it's going to release this chain, and then I'm going to drop the collar from my left hand. I'm going to hold it just like this, okay? So now I'm holding the clip, and now I'm going to actually go to put it on Piper, okay? So what I want to do is you're actually going to take the other end of the chain, opposite of the clip, pick that up, put that in your right hand, okay? And then you're going to take the other side of the prong collar in your left hand. So now your collar looks like this, and your clip is just drooping down like that. Okay, and we're going to go over to Piper here. Piper, come here, Mama. Piper, come on. Good girl. I want her to sit up here so you guys can get a good look. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the prong and we're going to put it under our dog's neck. One important thing that I do want to mention, and we are going to show you this at your go home, is that even though the prong collar is always going to be your first tool on the dog, so it's going to go prong collar directly behind the ears, and then the e-collar. We want you to put your e-collar on first, so I'm actually going to do that, okay? I'm going to put the e-collar on first. You're going to want to put it on either side okay, of the neck. We already have a video showing you how to fit this properly, so I'm not going to get too much into it right now. But the most important thing to remember is that the e-collar is going to go on first when you're getting your dog suited up for their walk, but the prong collar is going to be above the e-collar. So you want to make sure you leave enough room for the prong collar to get above the e-collar, okay? Again, I'm going to take my prong collar. The chain is in my right hand. The other side of the prong, which I'm going to loop the chain through, is in my left. I'm going to put it under Piper's neck, okay? And I'm going to thread this through, okay, like that. Put it into my other hand and then pick up the clip of the quick release in my right hand. I'm going to squeeze the clip open and connect it onto the chain, okay? Now, then you want to make sure that you always have the O-ring underneath. It needs to be underneath and that your D-ring, okay, is on top. You also want to make sure that your two rings are directly in the center, in the middle of the neck, behind the ears, okay? You do not want it like this or the other way like this, okay? Because you want to always make sure that this is directly behind the neck. And then another important thing I want to mention is that you're always going to connect the snap of your leash to the D-ring, okay? We see a lot of clients on accident connect it to the O-ring. That is incorrect. It will not cinch properly and apply the right amount of pressure if it is not connected to the D-ring. So just make sure you connect it to the D-ring, and then you get a nice even pressure around the neck. And the great thing about the prong is it's pressure and release. Again, mimicking a bite on the neck, just like how dogs communicate with each other, so that it's really, really clear communication and that Piper, your dog, understands what you're asking them, okay? Now, to take it off, we're going to lay down. We're going to take off our leash, and super simple, guys. Again, I'm going to take our two fingers, pointer and thumb. We're going to squeeze the clip. It's going to open, and I'm going to let the chain release, and there we go. Okay, so super easy, and then I usually just hang my prong collar on a hook. That's what we recommend because it can get tangled if you put it inside of a drawer. The easiest way is just hang it on the O-ring. All right, now if you have the other type of prong collar, you are not going to have a quick release, okay? So this is important to understand how to put this on. Piper, come on, Mama. Sit. Good girl. Come here. Come here. Good. All right. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to disconnect the prong from one of the links. Now, I usually like to pick a link in the center of either side. You don't want to usually disconnect from too close to this. This is the label of the prong. I like to do it in the center because it gives you the most leverage, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to push this up, okay? And then you're going to squeeze these two parts of the link together with your thumb and your pointer finger and pull it out, okay? I'll do it again. You're going to push this up and then squeeze these two together and then maneuver it out, okay? Now, Piper, come on, Mama. Piper, come. Good girl. Come here. I know. You're ready for your nap, aren't you? Okay, so when we're putting this on, it's really important that you don't want to put this on and connect it behind the neck, because look where your ring is that you need to connect your leash to. This needs to always be on the back of the neck when you're putting the prong on. It's pretty easy with a dog like Piper because she has short hair, but if you have a long-haired dog, it's going to be really hard for you to adjust the collar in the right position if you don't put it on like this. So the way you're going to want to do it is you're going to put the collar around the neck, making sure that the D and the O-ring are directly behind the ears, okay, on the back of the neck, and then I'm going to come around and I'm going to take this, I'm going to squeeze this together, and I'm going to put my right side in and then my left side in. And there we go. I hooked it in. make sure that it's hooked really, really well. And then you adjust your rings on the back. O-ring is directly in the middle and the back of the neck. D-ring on top. I connect my leash, and voila. Okay? Good girl. Okay. There you go. So, super simple. We're going to go over everything at your go home. But I just wanted you guys to have this video so that if you get stuck and you forget how to take the prong collar on and off, you can look back at this video so you know how to get it on and off. And then I'm going to take it back off real quick. And again, just going to squeeze these two together, and then I'm going to pull it out. All right, and then that's it. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you at your go home.